what's up, guys? I'm Jamel Jones, aka the Lone Wolf Entrepreneur, and it's my mission to help you fire your job, obtain financial freedom, and start building generational wealth for you and your family. And in this video, I want to go over exactly how to start your LLC in less than 10 minutes. Now, the first thing that you're going to want to do is you want to figure out what the name of your LLC is. Now, you can make it something that revolves around whatever it is that your business is. For example, if you have a lawn care service, then, Jones Lawn Care, something like that. And if you don't have an idea for a business or anything like that, then I suggest you sit down and write out all of the things that you're good at. The whole purpose of a business and the whole thing about becoming successful is solving someone's problem. And you'll be surprised at things that people don't know and the things that people will pay you for. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to the Secretary of State website, and that could look like it's going to look different for every single state, but it's most likely whichever one ends in .gov. And when you get to that website, what you're going to want to do is go to search database and business entities, and you're going to want to type the name in that you came up with into the search bar. So in this case, we're going to do Jones Boys or something like that, right? So, and once you hit search, if that is already taken, then you cannot register that name, right? They have a thing where you can't register a name for 2 years after it's been 5 years after it's been dissolved. Now, the difference between the states, there can be a business called Jones Boys in Iowa, but not in Delaware. And you can set up that LLC in Delaware. Okay, so now that you've got that done, you know what state that you're choosing. Now you need what's called the Articles of Organization. And that looks something like this. So it's a very simple template that you guys can use. I'll attach it to this video, depending on where you're watching this video. And it's super simple. Certificate of organization for your business. And I'll make it a blank template for you guys to download. The Secretary of State of whatever state that you're in, pursuant of Iowa code, section, whatever. Now, you'll need this for whatever state that you're establishing your LLC in. And this can be called different things depending on the state. So you're going to have to do a little bit of research on that. But for example, we're going to say Certificate of Organization Code for Texas. And we're going to see what that brings up. The Texas Business Organization Code is this, blah, blah, blah. So you just copy this for whatever it shows up for the state that you're in. You'll just copy that and you'll paste that in there. All right. Now, Article 1, the name of the LLC is your business name. Article 2, the initial registered agent. Now, if you don't know what a registered agent is, it's whoever is in charge of your business. So the registered agent and the registered agent's office. You can choose a company to do this for you, and some companies charge as little as $25 a year, and they'll make sure that you are refiled and everything every year. But most of you guys just starting out, you're going to do your own business, right? So what I recommend doing is, because this information will be public on the business entity search website. So I recommend getting the PO box and using the address of the PO box like this, 1300 Northeast 56th Street, units. This is the box number, right? Or you can use your address, your home address if you want to. That's completely up to you. All right. Now, when we get down here to the next part, which is the same part, then you put your name right here. So you put whatever address you're going to use here, and then your name right here, or whoever you're choosing to be the registered agent's name right here. And then you're going to have the date, and then your name plus comma, organizer or managing member or whatever right there. Right. And that's it, guys. Like, that's super simple for that. So the next step on this list is creating the operating agreement. Now, that's a little bit more complicated, but it's still super easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to go over to Google, and you're just going to Google operating agreement, right? And you can choose Rocket Lawyer. I've used them, Swift Forms, Law Depot. You can use any of these, but we're going to go with Form Swift. Real quick. And so then you're going to choose the state that you're in, create operating agreement, hit continue. And this is a full operating agreement. And what this is going to do is this is just going to add in the information into this long 20-something page document based on the information that you put in over here. So it says about 5 minutes, 20 seconds left. I'm going to go through it all and then come back at the end. Okay, guys, we'll chime back in real quick. When it gets to this point where it says what type of organization would a company be for tax purposes, there is no LLC in here, but you're going to choose corporation because an LLC is a limited liability corporation. So that's the one that you choose. Then you're going to put in your manager name, position you want to use, manager, type of compensation is just going to be fixed. Number of days of notice required, I'm going to put 30 days. First member, if there are members other than yourself, then you put those in here. If not, you just continue. Percentage of members, put 100% because it's only one member. If it's two, then you put 50-50 or whatever you guys agree to. How many days prior to each meeting of the members of the company must the managers compile a list of members entitled to vote? Let's just say 30 days. How many days must an indemnification of a manager member or other party be reported to the members of the company? 30 days. 30 days is pretty standard across the board. What percentage of simple interest, in addition to the U.S. or Wall Street Journal prime rate, will be charged on any loans of the default members? You just put 0%. Except by offer, providing the information about buying or selling membership interests, and so on and so forth. So except by / sale offer. How many days after receiving a buy sell offer will the member be accepted to the deadline? You're going to put that for 30 days. Within how many number of days after the notification of acceptance must the transaction be closed? Just put 14 days. This doesn't really matter. You're not planning on selling your business, so you can always come in and change this later. Within how many years must a member pay promissory notes? Just put 1 year, no buying, selling period. Number of years after the agreement signed, just put 1 year. Save and continue. Provide information about selling membership interests in the company. How many days after notification of a third party? 30 days, 30 days. If member withdraws, within how many days must the continuation of the business be approved by the remaining member? 30 days. In the event that the members of the company fail to agree on matters that require unanimous consent, how many days after the meeting of the members does any member have to seek dissolution of the company? Declare deadlock, 30 days. How many days do members have to reach an agreement from the date above the deadlock? 30 days. All right, save and export. You hit that, and then you're ready to rock and roll on that front. And now that you've got your operating agreement and you got your articles of incorporation, you got your business name, you got all of that set up, now you're going to need to actually file. We're going to come back to this page in a minute, but now you're going to need to actually file your LLC. And so you're going to go back to the Secretary of State website that you were at before, and they should have something like this, fast track filing. I don't know, depending on the state that you're in. I'm pretty sure all 50 states have an online way to do this now. You used to have to do it in person or by mail, but I'm pretty sure all 50 states have a way to do this now. So you're going to go in and business filings. You're going to hit file a document, and new entities, form an Iowa limited liability company. This is what you're going to want to choose. Certificate of organization is what you're going to need. Domestic limited liability company is what you're going to choose. You're going to type in the name there, check the name. If the name doesn't exist, well, obviously we already checked that, but check it's available. Effective date, this could be either post-dated or pre-dated, so you can take it back for a while, and you can't go more than 90 days in the future for Iowa anyway. Expiration date, you're going to choose perpetual, or just leave this empty. There's sometimes there's a button that asks you if you want to make it perpetual or not, which means that it never expires. You're going to upload your document here. Once that is uploaded, you're going to come down here to principal office. This is where your business takes place at. I would use the same address that you used for the registered agent. Put that in. Mailing address, I would use now this will be hidden on the Secretary of State's business entity search. So I will put that here, and the same one here for the registered agent. This will be on the website. The mailing address for the registered agent. I also used your personal address. Digitally signed down here. Review and pay. Now here, in Iowa, it's only $50. It's, I think, like $300 in Texas, like $500 in California or something like that. I'm not sure, but this varies state to state. Typically what I've seen is about $50 to $100. So you review and pay, and then you're done with that part. And so now we're going to go over here and do the EIN. So you're going to want to go to Google and type in apply for EIN. And you're going to want to ignore anything that has a .com at the end. Anything that has a .com at the end. Because these are not the actual IRS. IRS always ends in .gov. And these are going to, most likely, you're going to get through the entire process, and then it's going to try to charge you some money at the end to file it for you. You don't need that. You just come straight right here, get an employer ID number, the Internal Revenue Service. You're going to click on that. Right here, this blue button, apply for EIN. You're going to begin application. Limited liability company. The question is, what type of legal structure is this? Limited liability company. Continue. You've chosen a limited liability company, which is not. Read all of that. Make sure you read it all. Hit continue. How many members? 1. Select the state. Continue. Please confirm your selection. Due to the number of members of your limited liability company, you are considered a single member limited liability company as the type of structure applying for an EIN, which is cool. Read all of that, then hit continue. Why is the LLC requesting the EIN? Started a new business. Hit continue. Put in all of your information. Put in your social. Choose only one right here. I am one of the owners. I am a third party. So you're going to choose that. And check this out, guys. So this right here, I'm a third party applying for the EIN on someone's behalf. This is what companies do when you pay them like hundreds of dollars to do this for you. This is literally all they do. And they just choose this right here. So you don't need anyone to do this for you. You do it yourself. Hit continue. Okay, so they're actually going to do the search right here for your social security number. All right. And the next part is you're going to do the address part. You can use the business address that you used on your articles of your certificate of organization or your articles of organization. Do you have an address different from the one above? If you use 2 different addresses, then you would click yes and then put that address in. And then we're going to go to the next page. It's going to ask you to verify your physical location. You entered what they found in the database was this. They're going to correct it, accept database version. Legal name of the LLC. You're going to put all of that in right here. If you have a DBA, you're also going to file that. The county that you're filing in, that your business is registered in, the state territory, same. LLC start date, December 2024. Continue. Does your business own highway motor vehicles? No. In gambling? No. Does your business need to file Form 720? No. Does your business sell manufactured alcohol? No. If it does, you would say yes. Do you have or do you expect to have any employees that will receive W-2? No. Continue. What does your business organization do? Now you'll find whatever it is that you do on here. We're just going to choose real estate. Continue. You have chosen real estate. I rent and lease properties that I own. Boom. Or I use capital to buy, whichever one applies to you, or you click other and type in something. Hit next. You have chosen rental properties. I rent residential real estate. I want to receive my letter online. Now you want to receive the letter online. That way you have the proof that you filed for an EIN, and it's actually going to have your EIN on it. So you can be able to use that to get the EIN number then and there and be able to use that to open up bank accounts and everything like that, which is the next step on this. Okay, so the next step is going to be a summary of everything that you put in. Read over it, make sure everything is legitimate, and then hit submit this message right here. We strongly recommend that you print this. It's super easy to print. Just hit the three dots and find print and print this page. You can save it as a PDF on your computer as well. And as soon as you hit this, it's going to submit your application and show you your EIN on the very next page. At least that's my experience. Every time I've done this, I've always got my EIN immediately. Okay, so now we're done with that. And so now let's talk about setting up a business bank account with your new EIN number. Now, you can set up an account with literally any bank that you choose to, but I recommend this online bank called Novo. The reasons why is it's on top of some other things that I'm going to go into here in a couple minutes. Monthly fees, $0. Minimum monthly balance, $0. Overdraft fees, $0. Mobile check deposit, yep. Free ACH transfers, free invoicing, and budgeting tools, free integrations, fraud monitoring, AI bookkeeping, exclusive partner discounts, FDIC insured up to $250,000. You got connection tools. You can connect this to Zapier. You can connect it to your Stripe account if you're doing online payments and things like that. And there's a few other things. All right, so now we're in Novo account, and I want to show you what I really, really love about this. On top of being able to send invoices and you actually get a business debit card and all the other type of stuff, you get what's called reserves. Now, if you're familiar with the book Profit First, the author of the book recommends setting aside separate bank accounts for each of these things, for taxes, for owner's compensation, for the expenses of the business, as well as the profit, and then setting up specific percentages that goes into each of these separate bank accounts. Now, with Novo, you don't need separate bank accounts. They have separate reserve accounts within the same bank account that does these things for you. So all of the money that comes into your system, you will get 15% put towards taxes, 40% owner's compensation if you choose. Now you'll be able to choose these percentages. This is just what I did. 30% for expenses, and then 5% for profit. Now this is the business's profit. Now the whole purpose of the book Profit First is you getting your profit first, and that's where the owner compensation come in at. And so as long as you are setting aside everything that you need for everything, because at the beginning of the year, you're going to have to pay taxes for the previous year. So you want to make sure that that money is sitting where it needs to be sitting and just waiting to be paid if you owe taxes. If you don't owe taxes, then you can split that between the expenses, the owner compensation, and the business profit. Now, the business's profit, the reason why that is the lowest one is because other than expenses, what do you really spend for your business? Why do your business doesn't really need to profit in the beginning anyway, right? Unless you have things set aside for growth and expansion. And if you do, then you'll obviously just add more percentages, a higher percentage value to the profit of all deposits, right? So, and you can get a link to Novo to set up your account. You use the link, you'll get an extra $40 set into your account. So that'll be in the description, guys. All right, guys. And thank you for watching my video. Be sure to like and subscribe and hit the bell so you get notified anytime I upload another video. Again, I'm Jamel Jones, the Lone Wolf Entrepreneur. And this has been how to set up an LLC from start to finish in less than 20 minutes. I'll see you guys in the next video.